Xavier might not have a lot of experience yet, but he's giving it his all every time he's on the field. He's made some impressive catches, including today's practice. There are also some new injuries to discuss, such as Chris Jones. The defense has been active, and Louis Rizemet is navigating some growing pains. Let's dive into today's camp practice. Day 7 of training camp and the third day in pads are now behind us, and there's plenty to cover. Right guard Trey Smith mentioned that the competition is fierce. The weather is hot, and players are giving it their all. Football is a tough sport, and while there's respect among teammates, the pressure can lead to some heated moments. Some players are making notable plays as they fight for their spots. Before we get into the standout performances, let's talk about the injury updates and unexpected absences from today's practice. Missing today were wide receiver Hollywood Brown, running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and defensive end BJ Thompson. Thompson is still dealing with health issues from June. The absences of Hollywood Brown and Clyde Edwards-Helaire were surprises, as Coach Andy Reid mentioned they are out sick. We hope they don't have a serious illness like strep throat, which is tough on adults. Coach Reid didn't specify their conditions. With Clyde Edwards-Helaire out, Isaiah Pacheco will get more reps. He's been stepping up, and with Clyde out, Pacheco is expected to take more snaps. There were also several players sitting out due to injuries. Cornerbacks Nazeeh Johnson, hamstring, and Jalen Watson, shoulder, defensive tackles Chris Jones, groin, and Derek Noddy, triceps, defensive end Charles Omenihu, knee, wide receiver Justin Watson, foot, safety Justin Reed, quad, and left guard Joe Thuney, pec, all missed practice. Nazeeh Johnson had a setback with his hamstring, which he injured during one-on-one drills. He was seen limping and eventually left practice. He's been recovering from ACL surgery, and the hamstring issue is a concern, though it's not directly related to his knee. Johnson seemed in good spirits, so hopefully it's a minor issue. Chris Jones is dealing with a groin issue. Coach Reid isn't too worried about it for now. With Jones out, Turk Wharton stepped in with the first-team defensive line. The lineup remained consistent with Mike Dana and George Karlaftis on the edge and Mike Pennell at nose tackle. FAU, fifth-year NFL player, worked with special teams and with the second-team defense, while rookie Kingsley Swamataya has been filling in at left tackle. Mike Sendo also stepped in at left guard for Joe Thuney. On the defensive side, keep an eye on Fabian Lovett. He's been working with the second-team defense and made an impressive play today, breezing past C.J. Hansen. With the defensive tackle position a bit thin, Lovett could get more chances. There's even a possibility the Chiefs might add another defensive tackle to their roster. Before we dive into some exciting offensive plays and a wide receiver fighting for a roster spot, let's take a closer look at the defensive highlights from today's practice. Brian Cook stood out with some impressive defensive plays. He made a great stop by stripping the ball from P's hands during a catch and run. Later, when Patrick Mahomes targeted Sky Moore in the end zone, Cook was right there, tracking the pass and knocking the ball away. While it's clear Sky Moore is having some struggles catching passes, Nate Taylor did report that Moore had his best rep of camp, winning a contested catch for a touchdown against Trent McDuffie. So it's not all bad for Sky. He just needs to keep working on consistency. Safety Jaden Hicks had a challenging day, getting shaken up by Travis Kelce on a whip route. But going up against Kelce, who frequently challenges even veteran defensive backs, will help Hicks improve quickly. Hicks was also in coverage against Xavier, who made a tough attempt but couldn't complete the catch. Another safety making an impact is second-year player Chamari Connor. With Justin Reed sidelined, Connor has been getting a lot of reps and made a notable play by knocking the ball out of Noah Gray's hands during a one-on-one drill. This experience is valuable for Connor as he aims for a big leap in his second year. Travis Kelce was also involved in a wildcat play during the red zone. He took a direct snap, faked a handoff to Xavier, and ran the ball up the middle for a score. It was an interesting play to watch. Linebacker Drew Tranquill has been having a standout camp. Nate Taylor from The Athletic called him a maniac for his performance, dominating both one-on-one drills and the 9-on-7 period. Tranquill made several plays, including a tackle for a loss against Isaiah Pacheco. He's expressed that his second season with the same defense has made him more comfortable, allowing him to play faster and think less. With Hollywood Brown out sick, Justin Ross had the chance to join the first-team offense during 11-on-11 drills with Rashee Rice and Xavier. It's noteworthy that Ross got the initial nod over Nico Riggio, even though Ross made the 53-man roster last season. Riggio has been working with the second-team offense and caught a short pass from Wentz today. Montrell Washington has been making a strong case for himself at camp. He's had several impressive catches, including a diving grab from Wentz that was reportedly the play of the day. Washington also made a big catch deep downfield from Wentz, celebrating with a backflip in the end zone. Washington signed with the Chiefs last year mainly as a returner and has had time to learn the system. The big question is whether he can make the final roster. Last year, Amir Smith-Marset had a strong case for the roster, but was eventually traded to the Panthers. Washington faces a similar challenge, especially with McCole Hardman, who caught a touchdown pass in the red zone today and knows the offense well. Thuney has been having a solid camp, including catching a one-handed pass from Mahomes. Justin Ross and Nico Riggio are also competing hard for a spot on the roster. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Montrell Washington or Nico Riggio has a better chance of making the team? Finally, Louis Rees-Zammit, the Welsh rugby star, is also working hard to improve. He had some rough moments in pass protection today, but showed promise in the run game. Andy Reid noted that Rees-Zammit is going through growing pains, but is showing his athletic ability. He's been working as the first kick returner alongside Nico Ramio and has also been practicing as a kicker. Special teams coordinator Dave Tube confirmed that Harrison Butker will be the primary kicker for kickoffs, which is a change from earlier thoughts that it might be Rees-Zammit or Justin Reid. With Butker staying as the primary kicker, Justin Reid or Louis Rees-Zammit will likely kick less often. This means Rees-Zammit's role as a kicker might not be as crucial in the Chiefs' final roster decisions. He'll need to make a strong impact as a kick returner and show improvement on offense. I'm eager to see how Rees-Zammit performs in the preseason games. There were some exciting moments from practice today. Patrick Mahomes threw a deep ball to Xavier while under pressure from a blitz. Pacheco provided good protection, but the throw was into double coverage. Brian Cook made a leaping attempt at an interception but couldn't secure it. Even though Worthy didn't catch that pass, he made a spectacular play later in 7-on-7 drills. He outran Kelvin Joseph off the line and, despite a tug on his jersey, made a leaping catch for a touchdown. It was an incredible display of speed and skill. Worthy looked phenomenal on that play. It's one thing to know he has the fastest combine 40 time in NFL history, but seeing it in action is something else. His speed on the field is astonishing. Tight end Jared Y also had a strong practice, making a big catch for a touchdown over Joshua Williams. Y and Justin Ross were featured prominently in red zone snaps with the first team. Bigger-bodied players like Y and Ross are useful in those situations. Irv Smith Jr. was another standout. He's been quietly having a solid camp. PJ Green reported that Smith caught 2 touchdowns in red zone drills yesterday and was used as a fullback during run periods. Today, he made a leaping grab for a touchdown over safety Dion Bush, catching a pass from Wentz. Smith is also being used in an H-back role similar to Noah Gray. On a positive note, there's great news about the offensive line. Field Gates tweeted that Chiefs Pro Bowl guard Joe Thuney has passed his physical and is off the PUP, physically unable to perform, list. This means he's one step closer to returning to practice, possibly even this week. Thuney might not be a full participant immediately, but it's promising to have him back soon. We'll get more updates on his progress from Andy Reid, but this is a significant boost for the team. There are lots of battles happening across offense, defense, and special teams. Injuries and roster spots are things to watch closely as practices continue. I'll keep you updated every step of the way. Until next time, let's go. How about those Chiefs?